Decolonizesports.com. We're here with head coach Mark Burnam, Haudenosaunee, fresh off a 10-6 win to take down Australia for the bronze. Just your overall thoughts.
You know, it's obviously there's nothing bad to say about it. Everybody came together today and really finished strong, and you know, some of our players really stepped up. I feel like Aiden Fern, who we gave the game ball to, he really played well. Our face-off guy, I want to say stats were 17 of 18. He went
17 of 18.
I mean, how do you lose with that kind of stat? And you know, some other guys really stepped up. Trey Deer, you know, I think he had a hat trick.
Yeah, hat trick and an assist.
And then Aiden also had a goal and an assist. As a face-off guy, you know that's a big chore, and as well as the winning all those face-offs for us. And just overall team play, I think we jumped on them early. You know, we got up. Was it 4 or 5?
Yeah, it was like 5-0, 6-0 at one point.
Yeah, and you know, hats off to them. They always come back. They always do. I told these guys it's not over yet, and they answered the bell today. And you know, I think overall this whole past week, you know, it's been in their heads that, you know, we gotta win this thing. And you know, obviously, you know, the heartbreaker with the other 2 games was we didn't play our best games, but I think we limited our turnovers today. You know, I don't think we shot great, but we shot pretty well.
And then there was just extra energy. Like it seemed like there was more at stake. Clearly, they didn't want to lose to Australia last time. They weren't very happy about the outcome. And I mean, just talk about the energy coming into this game. It meant really more. It seemed like it meant more than just the medal on the line.
Even when we burned tobacco today, and I even said it at the end, I felt a different energy here, you know, and it seemed like you know, we're all playing as one again, you know, and helping each other out and being brothers, like we talked about after, you know, at our ceremony. And I think it held true to this past game. And you know, I mean, you're going to make shots, you're going to miss shots, you're going to miss ground balls, but what happens at the end, you press these guys. Like I said all along, this is a very young team, which is good for us because, you know, that's a good future. Obviously, if they keep improving and stay together, and you know, the future's bright. We got the men's coming next year in San Diego, so you know, hopefully we see some of these guys on that team.
And then Trey Deer, hat trick, an assist.
Yeah.
He's been. We talked a little bit about him having to play a little defense. You know, a lot of people say he's known for his offense, but he really stepped up today on both sides.
Did you see him stand that guy up over there?
I got a video of it.
He stood a guy up over in that corner over there, and you know, hats off to him. He's a lean-looking fighting machine. I tell him, you know, I always say that to him. But now Trey's doing well. He plays at Salisbury, and he's a tough kid, and he's a hell of a box player. And I think people underestimate him because he's so thin and, you know, tall and skinny. But those are the guys you got to watch out for. Those quiet, smiley guys. You know, they'll jack you up every so often, and you're like, oh wow, I didn't realize that was coming from a guy, you know, of that stature. You know. So he played really well today, and you know, he finished strong. He had a nice give and go there late in I think the 3rd or maybe early 4th, which really, I think that was a real key goal at that point because there was penalties, then there was transition back and forth, and then we didn't have the ball for a while, and then we came down, settled it, got it around, and he scored that goal.
And then the defense, I mean, they just seemed to be flying around. There was real physical. It might have been the most physical I've seen them all tournament. I don't know. Would you agree with that?
I agree absolutely 100%. Guys were, you know, they're finishing their checks, going out, as you know, you do in hockey where you finish the check. I think that was the mindset. Coach has done a great job with them. The coach has done a great job. Jimmy Barnes with the offense, and of course Vince Longbow helping out with the D, and Steve Bevel, our defensive coordinator. You know, those guys, hats off to them. The team improved almost every single game in all of our aspects. I mean, you know, even off the field, we became a little bit closer. You guys were at that practice yesterday. It seemed real loose. We wanted to make it fun. We wanted to keep the guys from getting tight, which I thought they did a little bit in a couple of the games, which made them play that way. So we had a kind of a fun practice shoot around. I know they didn't want to do it, but at the end, you know, Coach Bevel raced 3 of our guys. Sago, for one of them, he got the Spirit Award, which is awesome. And then, you know, Efren Barreto, who's probably our biggest guy, coach says, I challenge you guys if any one of you guys can beat me. So, you know, that ended practice, and I thought that was a good note to end on.
And then we can't talk about the success without talking about Van Valkenburg and net. Another stellar performance today. I don't have the stats on me right now, but just can you talk about his impact? And I mean, Team USA, when we spoke to their coach, he said he's the best goalie in the tournament.
Yeah, he just has been a constant wall. I mean, he's the backbone of the defense. He makes you score goals. You're not going to just shoot the ball. You're going to score a goal. If it goes in, it's because it was a good shot or well placed, or he's screened or whatever. But for the most part, if he gets a beat on it, he's stopping that thing. I mean, he's stepped up a ton since his days. Obviously, last year he wasn't a starter at Albany, and hats off to him today because he really stepped up and played against the best there was. And if he's not the best goalie here, he may be the second best, but that'd be behind somebody who's an All-American already, and I think the Team USA goalie and him are neck and neck for that spot of being All-World.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure to cover, and we just really appreciate everything.
Thank you guys
so
for being here because we
congratulations.
really appreciate that because I know the community back home does as well.
Awesome. Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
Cool.